and welcome to another Cigar Box guitar lesson. So this is still in the series of one pack of strings, 4 tunings, and following straight hot on the heels of Rage Against the Machine, Killing in the Name. Fantastic tune. This is going a little bit further back. This is I think 1970. It is, of course, Heard It Through the Grapevine, which is the Creedence Clearwater version of the original Motown classic, which was Gladys Knight and the Pips. I think they released the first version, but probably the most famous one is obviously Marvin Gaye. Although I do think Creedence, John Fogerty, does a pretty good job. He's a fantastic singer, you know, it's a decent version, and it works really well on DAD 3-string cigar box guitar tuning because it's the same key as the original. So we've done a couple of lessons so far where we're looking at one set of strings, and we're going to see if we can get 4 sort of decent tunings out of them, so you can be sort of quite versatile with your playing. This is still the first one, like I said, and we're going to just get straight on with having a go at the tune. Right, so we're going to get into the easy version first once we've tuned up. So here's low D, string 3, and middle A, string 2, and high D, string 1. So like I said, the Creedence Clearwater version is in D, so we're in the original key, although there's a version I found online which is actually not quite at concert pitch. It actually almost sounds like it's a fret higher, so I don't know, you might be able to find a version where they're in concert pitch. Otherwise you might have to faff around and like sort of retune slightly if you want to play along with the original. But once you've learnt all this, you can potentially play along with it. So the easy version, we're going to start with the riff, which is the intro, and then it keeps coming in after every chorus. So fret 5 on the middle string, and you're going to play that twice, and then you're going to go up. This is all on one string. You're going to go up to fret 8 and then back to 5. So it's 5, 5, 8, 5, and then you can go 5, 5, 8, 7, 5, 5, 8, 5, 5, 5, 8, 7. To be honest, you know, if you've not been playing for very long, you can do this with one finger if you want. It's not a problem because it's not that fast. I'm using different ones. If you don't want the slidey effect, you want to use different fingers. Incidentally, you're using a pick here, so I'll put a link to a sort of beginner flat pick lesson if you want to brush up on any of that. So to fill it out a little bit, we can catch 2 strings, so we can keep droning this low D with every single fretted note, and it just sort of fills it out nicely. 5, 5, 8, 5, 5, 5, 8, 7, 5, 5, 8, 5, 5, 5, 8, 7. So have a look from this angle then. So exactly the same again. 5, 5, 8, 5, 5, 5, 8, 7. You're just going to do that 4 times, okay? What's the timing? So hopefully that should be alright, but what's the timing? It's 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 3, and 3, 4, and so it's quite offbeat. It's on, off, on, off, off, on, off, off. And when you loop it back round, you can jump back in early. Okay, but I think it's probably one of those tunes where it's not too bad and it's very catchy. It's a great, very simple riff, but very catchy. It's probably quite easy for you to hear it. So I would potentially try and play it along with the track if you can find one that's in the correct tuning, or at least listen to the track and sort of hum it and then see if you can replicate it. Right, now I'm going to use pretty much power chords all the way through this. The original's in D minor, so it's got a bit of a sort of moody sound to it, and as a result, the power chords, you know, they sound a little bit darker, and they work quite nicely. We can completely just play the open D if we want. Now, personally, I was finding that a little bit too sort of dark sounding, so I wanted something a little bit brighter. So I was actually playing fret 5 and fret 7 on, so that's a D power chord, but it's just a higher sounding shape. So fret 5 in the middle, fret 7 on the top string, and you can either use fingers 1 and 3 or 1 and 4, whichever one works best for you. So that's what we're doing for D. And then the next chord is B, which is fret 7. Now, this is a bar chord. Again, the link for the picking video, the Sunshine You Love, there's a bit of detailed explanation about bar in there as well, so you can check that out if you find these difficult. But that's an A, because we're in D-A-D tuning. If you drop it down to fret 5, then that's a G. So we've got D, so I'm at fret 5, fret 7, let this high one ring through, get a nice deep sound, and then go to A, which is fret 7, bar, just cover all the strings, hit all of them. That's an A power chord, that's a G power chord. A little bit later on, there's a B, which is fret 9. Okay, and that's it. And then we're using the G and the D, and that takes you all the way through what I suppose we can think of as the verse, pre-chorus, and chorus. So, what's the rhythm? Something like that would probably work quite well. So 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and. So if we kind of change in certain places to go with the vocal phrasing, like where he hits certain sort of almost like vocal stabs, it works quite nicely. So I'm going like this. I'm going, starting on this D power chords, I'm going down, down, up, down, down, let it ring over, then down, down, up, and then going up to the A. So if we try all of that, it's 3, 4, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. The verse is basically that twice. And then the pre-chorus is B, fret 9, down to G, which is fret 5, and then back to D. We're going to use this same power chord shape, and then back to G again. Short pre-chorus. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 2, 3 and 4. Keep it dead simple. Let's just use the same rhythm. So that's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. I'll just run that from this angle again in a minute, but basically that just takes you into the chorus, which is just D to G, D to G. Okay, and keeping this just dead simple, just so you can practice playing through, I think let's just use that same rhythm for the verse, pre-chorus and chorus. So it's down, 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 up, down, 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 back into the riff at the end of the chorus. So basically it's twice round each little chord sequence, and they're all very, very similar. There's only 4 chords in it. You can, if you want, sort of change, sort of push in a little bit early. Say if you can sing, what you might want to do is you might want to just adjust that ever so slightly to fit with, say, how the vocal phrasing works. So what I did was there, I went in just what you call half a beat early to that B, and then I went in half a beat early when I went back to the original D. You know, so you can try that with any of the chords. But if you want to do the more difficult version, a little bit like what I did in the demo, the second part, then we can. I'm employing bit of palm mute in there, but trying to largely just hit the bass string and leave these 2 free, so we get a bit of separation in tone between what you're doing on the riff on the middle string and this sort of supporting. It just adds a bit more rhythm, the low D. So So yeah, just a few extra sort of driving downstrokes just to fill it out. But what I did on the demo also went 4, because I think power chords, like I said, it's got a bit of a dark sound to it, so power chords sound pretty good for this. So if we said in the easy version that that's a D chord, frets 5 and 7, we can use that for the actual riff. You know, so if you're going up to fret 8, it's just moving the whole shape up to 8 and 10, then 8 and 10, 7 and 9. So there's your power chords. Exactly the same rhythm. I even went for a high version because that's a power chord shape. Just on the top 2 strings, that's also a power chord shape. So whichever fingers feel comfortable up there. I ended up using fingers 3 and 4, but you can use what you want. You can even do a little bar. But that's fret 12 on the top 2 strings, and still keeping this low D ringing. So we can use the same thing. What was that? That was up 3 frets. So I can go up three frets from here. So it's the same on the same fret, so 12, 15, 12, 15, 14. So I was just gradually building it up. And if you have another little look at what I was doing on the intro, the more difficult version. One of the reasons why you can add in quite a lot of the vocal melody notes is because it's very sort of pentatonic-y, so it's reasonably easy to play. So I'm starting on fret 5, 3, 5, 7, and as I hit 7, I'm going to introduce the entire chord. So that's you can think of that as a little vocal pickup. So I'm using my little finger there on top of that power chord, using it again just before I change to the B. Instead of barring, I was using, on the more difficult version, same frets, fret 7, but using fingers 2, 3, 4. And what I can do there, I can introduce those 2 notes. So it's just sort of hinting at the vocal line. A, then G, and again off that chord there, the G bar chord, I can add in a fret 7. So here's the vocal pickup. And then after that, the sort of second half, we can go up for a high note, you know, sort of hitting the high octave, the high D on the vocals. So going up to that power chord shape, and then doesn't matter which fingers particularly, that's 8 and 7. I'm using 3 and 4, so I can go smoothly back to that fret 5, fret 7 power chord. Adding that note in again just before I'd go to the B with fingers 2, 3, 4, so I can add that middle varied note in. Pre-chorus, going up to the B, I'm going to use the same trick, use fingers 2, 3, 4 at fret 9, because the vocal does something pretty similar to that. So we can go strum that and then take the pinky off, fret 7 there, pick that note, go into G, B, I mean, it sounds so good, that it's like a really bluesy thing, so I keep putting that in as a little riff really off the G. So here's the B, and then into D again, but so the vocals doing that, so fret 8, 5, 7, 8, maybe land on the chord there, but pick the middle string. So here's fret 8, so here's the pre-chorus from the B. A little bit slower. Then 8, 5, 7, 8, middle string, strum that, and then going into the chorus, instead of going onto the middle string off the G, go onto fret 7 on the high string. That's into the chorus, which is frets 8. So same trick, fingers 2, 3, 4 on the G, fret 5 this time. Frets 5, 7. And then five, 8, 3, and then okay, here's the whole thing one more time, starting from the verse. So we've got D, fret 8 again, A, G, fret 12, that's D, A again, G, B, fret 9, chorus, B, All right, so that's it. Have fun with that tune. Hope you enjoy learning it. Great fun to play, whichever version you have a go at. And I did promise in the Rage Against the Machine one that we would be looking at some slide blues in this DAD tuning. So we're still doing that. It's just going to be the next videos. So watch this space and we'll see you for a bit of classic slide 3-string blues in the next lesson.